Hello, I'm Amaya.
And I'm Lei.
Together,
we will be walking through with you the updated INSARAG Guidelines 2020.
Endorsed and launched under the UN General Assembly Resolution 57-150 on December 16, 2002 on strengthening the effectiveness and coordination of international USAR assistance.
The INSARAG Guidelines is a living document which promotes a common framework for USAR capacity building, response, and information exchange among the relevant stakeholders of the affected country, responding state or organization, and the UN OCHA.
Guidelines comprises 3 volumes which undergoes review once every 5 years with collective input from the international community.
Volume 1 provides an overview of the INSARAG network, giving policy and decision makers an understanding of the role, responsibilities, and obligation of their organization in supporting and rendering humanitarian assistance to the affected communities.
Volume 2 explains the different INSARAG systems and methodologies and is distributed across 3 manuals.
Manual A maps out the overall framework to help a state develop its national USAR capacity and mechanism as part of its National Emergency Response Framework. Manual B describes the roles and responsibilities of the key stakeholders during USAR operations, such as the UN, affected countries, and international USAR teams.
And lastly, Manual C defines the minimum standards for USAR teams undergoing the INSARAG external classification and reclassification process to be recognized as an international team under the INSARAG framework.
Both Volume 1 and 2 are available in digital and physical copy.
Volume 3 is designed to be a quick reference guide, providing field and tactical information.
Volume 3 is only available in digital copy. Following a comprehensive review through numerous meetings and engagement platforms, the 2020 Guidelines has received significant updates in the form of features and content from its 2015 iteration.
To enhance its readability and facilitate review of its content, several new features of the Guidelines have been introduced.
First, users may download the guidelines through any iOS and Android platforms via the INSARAG Guidelines application.
The INSARAG.org website has also been enhanced with easier navigation between contents and a new layout to improve the user experience.
Infographics across all 3 volumes have also been refreshed with new outlook to facilitate easy reading.
Another key new feature would be the introduction of the Technical Reference Library,
a non-binding knowledge repository for the sharing of best practices within the USAR community,
which aims to guide and advise USAR teams beyond the minimum requirements.
Parallel to the development of the library, the Guidance Notes section in INSARAG.org has been revised to be a digital platform that now contains all INSARAG-endorsed documents which have been segregated from the guidelines.
They are checklists, forms, and manuals.
The segregation was made to facilitate a flexible and quicker review and revision process as opposed to the regular 5-year process. In addition, 6 major topics were also introduced as new content across the guidelines.
First, as part of the IER process, 6 items under the IEC checklist have been designated as part of the pre-greening process placed under the mentor's responsibility.
Next, USAR coordination is included as a new methodology which establishes a clear division of labor and coordination framework between USAR teams.
The UN On-Site Operations Coordination Center and UNDEC.
The guidelines also see the introduction of a new INSARAG ICMS.
The ICMS includes field data collection, USAR coordination functions, and at-a-glance dashboard with views of relevant key elements, collating live input and data from teams, and providing constant situational awareness.
Building on the success of the classification process, the NEP was introduced to provide a common framework with INSARAG advisory on the development and recognition of USAR teams at the national level.
This development is a vital component in a country's USAR capacity building, as it provides countries with a standardized platform to manage the standards of local USAR teams through nationally recognized standards.
At the global level, any NAP that has been recognized to meet the INSARAG standards will be referred to as an IRNAP. The penultimate update would be the official introduction of the Light Classified Team.
Light teams must be capable of conducting USAR operations to ASR3 level and is expected to have the operational capability to work only at one worksite for one work period, that is 12 hours per day for 5 days.
Heavy and medium teams are also encouraged to have the flexibility to deploy as a light team if requested by the affected country. Finally, the Beyond the Rubble concept outlines the possibility which USAR teams can undertake following the end of an USAR operation.
These tasks must be requested and coordinated by the affected country, and a clearly defined exit strategy must be in place from the beginning.
A classified team can be involved in Beyond the Rubble activities, such as providing support, medical capabilities, water purification, and clearing or making safe dangerous, damaged structures and debris.
Let's go through the changes unique to each volume and manual.
Firstly, Volume 1 sees the introduction of the USAR team leader as the third national focal point position.
It is also expanded on the state's receiving mechanism to enable timely decision-making in identifying, requesting, and accepting international assistance.
Additional information has also been introduced on the INSARAG Strategic Objectives 2021 to 2026.
Under Volume 2, Manual A, useful information and materials from the IESRP manual have been included to advise states aiming to achieve INSARAG's recognition of their NAP.
Volume 2, Manual B, sees the expansion of medical information derived from the MWG reference notes and updated information on worksite triage methodology and the INSARAG marking system. And finally, Volume 2, Manual C has received updated information on the IECR timeline, the color coding system, and terms of reference person specification for the selection of classifiers. We have come to the end of the video. We hope that you have found it helpful and informative.
We would like to give our thanks to GRG members, INSARAG Secretariat, and working groups
That contributed to the final product.
The success of this massive endeavor would not be possible without all of you.